these things. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
Welcome everybody this evening to another episode. What are we at? Episode 12 of Blockheads? I've been doing this 12 weeks in a row. No, I've missed a couple weeks. But yeah, I appreciate anybody that's stopping in. Tonight we are continuing to finish the Hibernation Pod. So the pod was pretty much finished. There was like a couple leftover pieces and some stickers that I didn't put on. I did notice it has water slide stickers. No, hell no. I am not messing with water slide stickers tonight. At least not live on stream. I haven't done water slide stickers since I was a kid with like plastic like glue model kits. So I don't think I want to do the water slide stickers tonight. I will put on the stickers, the leftover stickers. I brought my handy dandy tweezers to put those stickers on because those are adhesive stickers. And then, I know water slide stickers suck. And depending on like what the water slide stickers do, I might not even put them on. I think one of them is like a display for the console. So that's what I have left to build is the console. And then I figured once I get that built, then I have 3 or 4 leftover Galaxy Class Blokees from Wave 1. And then fill in the time with that. But the control console, that's all stuff on sprues, so it's almost like a model kit. And then I forgot to get AAA batteries this week for the Hibernation Pod. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody hopping in. Zaldron's here. Son of a Crayon Slayer said, "What's up?" Also, anybody that watched streaming Fortnite last night, I appreciate you guys hopping on. Me and my kid was playing Fortnite last night. I pretty much got everything set up how I want to run it. The only thing is, in my room, I don't have wired internet, and I'm running off the Wi-Fi, and it's kind of laggy. So the plan is to get some Ethernet cable. And I think a router to put like down my hallway and get my laptop and my PlayStation wired. So that way there should be less lag. But I'm happy with running OBS and and streaming games. So I don't know. Maybe that might be something. I'll just do all streaming in the future. OBS is a little bit more of something to tackle compared to StreamYard. StreamYard's really simple. I don't think StreamYard's the best for video games. I've not messed around with StreamYard with video games. I've just seen everybody talk about OBS. So, but yeah. So let's pull up the other camera and see what we got, what we're working with. So this is what we got left. Like I said, there were some pieces left over, and I figured out what those pieces were. But let's move some stuff around and get my mic a little bit closer, so that way that mic picks up everything, and I don't have to use my earbud mics. I gotta move my chair, get it closer to the work area. Try not to bump everything. Everything looks good still. How's everybody doing this evening? Those who are watching. So like I said, here's the instructions to the console. And like I said, there was some leftover pieces. So I figured out what these little cross pieces are. So these you plug into the side of the hibernation chamber right here. So that way you can connect other hibernation chambers. Ouch, that's annoying. You got 4 blockies yesterday. 2 were ones I already had. Have you been on Paul's Facebook page? He started a blockies Facebook page, and maybe you can do some trades. And then this other piece that I left over is a screw cap, and I figured out where that one is. It's this one right here. Well, maybe I'll get it in. It just pops in right there. So there, all the screw holes covered. All right, so and then all the extra stuff stay in here. They did give extra screws and the screwdriver. So I don't need that stuff right now. Get that out of the way. Oh, you know why we're talking? Check out what I got in the mail this morning. I got the final member of the Coneheads for the MPU Masterpiece Ultra. So I started recording an unboxing video of that earlier today to get that up for Tuesday. Oh, one of the dupes was Dirge. All right, so let's see. All right, first part we need. See, these screws are already labeled, so I'm just gonna pull them out of the bag now. What wave did you get, Zaldron? One of the most current waves, the Galaxy class. That's B. And it looks like all this snaps together. There's no screws, so that's nice. So you got 2 from 4 and 2 from 6. Okay. Was there any specific characters you was trying to get out of those waves? All right, so times 2, 7 and 8. That's why I'm just I it's like I kind of like the blind bag stuff, but at the same time, I'm just gonna buy cases. Yeah, the Tarn looks nice. And then B1 and 2. See, what is it? 4. What is that? Is that swoop? Or no, 6 is swoop. 4 is snarl. I don't remember. I know sludge is in that most recent one that was revealed at that convention in, was it Indonesia? So that'll come up tomorrow during Decepticast. And I wonder with that wave that was revealed, I wonder if it's got that most recent wave has a Unicron head in it, but then there's like a head like where it looks like it's straight from animation, and then there's another head that's like kind of clear that I wonder if it's not a chase. They've already confirmed the chase is that Optimus Prime. So I wonder what the difference is between the clear one, or if it's just like a faceplate that's removed, kind of like the HasLab, where that's what's under the face, essentially. But my point, what I was trying to get to, I wonder if so we're getting ahead, and then maybe they'll do like a kit for his body. So kind of like what they did with Devastator, where they'll do a kit and then we can build Unicron. But at the same time, like I think I mentioned, maybe I can't remember where I mentioned it, if it was on Decepticast or if it was in Book Club. But what if welcome, Son of a Crayon Slayer. I mean, you could use that. It'd be funny if you used like Unicron, like if you had that 01 Studios Cybertron toy, and then use that Unicron as like a moon, and then like put it like use like a clear peg and use it as a if you display it in planet mode as the one of the moons floating around Cybertron from after the movie, the 86 movie. Let's see. But yeah, I'm really interested in all the new blocky stuff. That Megatronus from Transformers 1. I will be picking that up for sure. The Classic Class, ever since they started doing Transformers 1 and Classic Class, they've all been really good. And I'm going to grab that Optimus Prime as well. Did I grab the right piece? I don't think that was the right piece. Whoops. Yeah, that wasn't the right piece. Save that for later. I needed number 9. Oh, how much did Evil Dookie? How much did the pod run? I cannot remember. I bought it off of Amazon. God, I'm thinking like 35. I don't think it was more than 40, but it was so long ago, and it's just taken me forever to build it. Well, this is the wrong side. I 100% did the wrong side. Oh, no, I didn't. I just have it backwards. There we go. But yeah, it should be on Amazon under Universal Hibernation Pod. MTO2. I think I looked it up last week. Hold on. Let me pull up Amazon and see if it's still on there. And that was the other thing. Whatever seller I got it off of Amazon, I think it shipped from China. Well, so right now it's saying 58 on Amazon. I didn't think I paid that much. But yeah, all right. So they're I definitely, like I said, they can all plug into each other. So if you want to like a bank of them, it would be kind of cool. But I only want one, as big as it is. No, Evil Dookie, it will not be watertight. But I did see, so whoever I got this idea from, I think it was on Twitter. They used one of these, and then they had like a watertight like pod that lights up. And then they had like a action figure in it, and I think they bubble. I forget what they're called, but you can get those at Walmart. They're in the electronics section. You can fill them up with water. They're just like a lamp. But I was thinking about putting a figure in it and then lighting it up, and then it bubbles at the same time. And it's watertight, and that's what it's for. They're like aquariums, but you don't put any fish in it. So that's kind of, I wanted to do that as well for my Mindbender's lab. But like I said, you can get those on Amazon as well. But like I said, I've seen them at Walmart. And then I want to find like a table, like a workbench. I think in Lou last week shared a link to somebody on my Instagram. So I'll probably be looking those up, and then get a 1/12 table for my Dr. Mindbender's lab. Oh, I'll have to check that out then. Interesting. I know people, I think it was Legend Series has done, and I'm sure other people have done it too, have used those like Mr. Beast, like blind box pod things, and turned them into like hibernation pod things. Evil Dookie, I think that's who Lou told me about. That sounds familiar. They do all kinds of stuff. They have tables on there. So I'll have to check them out. Oh, there's a little nub on these. All right, so here's that. So these kind of have like little nubs under them. I like that. So there's kind of hides that sprue mark. So what else is everybody into this evening? Oh, there's Rowdy. How you doing, Rowdy? Welcome to the chat. It's like right before I got on, I was kind of seeing some what is it? All outs going on for AEW. I saw Jamie Hayter came back. Feels like she's been gone forever. I don't pay too much attention to AEW that really, but Jamie Hayter was somebody I followed. Yep, Hibernation Pod Part 2. Well, technically the Hibernation Pod's complete. This is the control panel for it. Yeah, Forbidden Door. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, I saw Jamie Hayter came back. Looks like she's doing like a hippie, like a hippie gimmick. I don't know who she attacked. She looked like she's dropped some muscle. So I wonder if whatever being hurt kind of sidelined her from working out as much. Then I saw some video where it looked like they jumped off the cage and landed in a bunch of tables. I don't know. Like I said, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to AEW. I don't pay as much attention to WWE. About the only thing I watch anymore are the PLEs. I don't have time. This thing has some nubs. Probably should have got the file and filed these down. Although I do like how the nubs, they're like the sprue marks will be internal and not external. Oh, nice. Son of a Crayon Slayer, where did you get that monkey wrench from? Who's shipping? Oh, 100% Evil Dookie. It's a soap opera for everybody, not just men. Oh, something's not lining up. I was going to say, because I think it was Full Force posted that monkey wrench was at U.S. ports along with the other figure from that wave. Who else was in that wave? Who? Because Battle Armor Cobra Commander shipped. Was it Major Blood is what I'm thinking of? Major Blood's already shipped. Right? I'm so behind on classified. Like I don't even have the most current stuff. All right, so Walmart ships. Walmart's getting all their stuff super early. Yeah, why can't I think of the four figures? It was Monkey Wrench, Battle Armor Coco, V4, Snake Eyes, and Major Blood. Those were the four. So what, Monkey Wrench the last to ship for that wave? Because I know some people have already got Battle Armor Coco, snake eyes. And I thought I've seen people have major blood already. So I live in Ohio, Evil Dookie, and I never see stuff in stores either. But now, granted, I haven't went shopping looking for classified in a while because I've just been getting beat up with pre-orders. So it's like I'm getting all my stuff via pre-orders. I don't need to go out to find stuff. Like I've yet to go to Walmart to look for that new that display everybody's been finding. Because there's a few things I want from that. There's just so much stuff's been coming in that I really don't want to go out hunting. And it looks like they pushed a bunch of stuff back though too. Like I saw that the snake armor got pushed back to the end of September. At least mine did. I know they some people have already got theirs. So that's one thing I was worried that was going to hit. What else got pushed back? I don't know if there was any other classified stuff. I saw that made to order Sentinel got pushed back to December. I would appreciate if September was a little bit a slower month compared to August. August, I got nailed. And then I noticed, and then I saw, what was it? So Hasbro was doing like an event in Canada yesterday, but no Joe stuff, just Star Wars and Marvel Legends. So I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping to see maybe some more renders or something, but no, just Marvel and Star Wars. No Transformers either. It's like they don't want to show off their the brands they own. Yeah, that Rhino. I want that Rhino, and I still have my pre-order for Battle Armor Coco through Paul, so I'll just wait for that. And maybe Amazon, because I don't think Amazon shipped their Battle Armor Coco either. So I was in no hurry to get that. I have a feeling though, from like every picture from Walmart that you've seen where that stuff's been stocked, it looks like that's all like their own. You know, it's all like their own per case. It feels like there's going to be plenty of them out there. So maybe it's just your Walmarts haven't got them yet. I have faith that they'll show up. Oh, that was the other thing. So that police officer supposedly hit ports. So I have a feeling the police officer will show up just online. It'll be available. They won't even Hasbro won't even announce it. It'll just end up on whoever's selling it. Trying to think if anything else cool has been announced or. Stu, welcome to the chat, sir. Appreciate you hopping in. All right, so well, we're just kind of building this, and I've been rambling on about action figures that have been just blowing up my blowing my wallet up, and how I could use a little bit of a break. Might have a break September, hopefully, but probably not. And I'm still kind of playing catch up on some classified figures. You know what? There was something I forgot to do. What was it? I didn't get my not panda. The has anybody in the chat got that polar bear yet? I haven't got it. I'm kind of curious what it's how it is. Hey, thanks for hopping in, Evil Dookie. Oh, nice. Stu, did you get that on sale, or did you have to pay, or was it still full price? Because I have a feeling she's going to hit. She's going to go on sale eventually. But I ended up buying her full price. I definitely want that X Factor. I wanna build the X Factor for sure. Yeah, so I think my polar bear. I think I canceled the polar bear, and I'm just gonna wait. I think I had a pre-order through Pulse and through Amazon. Like I said, so much stuff was hitting at the same time that I had to cancel something. Wait a little bit. With that polar bear. I wasn't expecting the Cobra porta potties to ship, even though I think I got notified. But I had 3 of those on pre-order. I ended up canceling 1 and keeping 2. But now, like, after looking at it and seeing what people have done, I kind of want a 3rd. So maybe those will free up again, and I can find a 3rd one eventually. I mean, not a super rush, but I think what I might do with that, I might build one. Okay, that's interesting. So this can raise up, but it doesn't lower. I mean, the only way you can lower it to push it. All right, so there's that. All right, so a 12. I'm just curious if some of these pre-orders are going to slow down. It just seems like everything is hitting at the same time, and it's got a, at least with classified, I don't get everything Marvel Legends wise, but I have been getting the Gamerverse stuff. I'm just wondering if we'll get just a little bit of a break right before Christmas, and then the next wave will start hitting. Because it just seems like these last two waves in Classified have hit back to back. Yeah, that Crayon Slayer, that is weird how that's worded in Pulse now, where it says pre-order window is closed. They kind of got some explaining to do on that thing. I wonder if more will come in stock, and then it'll just say in stock again. That thing has just, it's so weird, like what happened with that. Now is the Joe version, is it made to order? Because it doesn't say anything on it. Not that I know. I haven't looked. Not that I'm aware of, but I guess somebody asked the Hasbro team yesterday at that Canadian Toy Expo, and their answer was maybe. So maybe. But there hasn't been one yet. It's like, so they were kind of talking about it on one of the podcasts I was listening to yesterday. I mean, what would it be? Some people said Fing Fing Foom. That's I mean, the next kind of like biggest thing that they haven't created in a long time. What, since was that Toy Biz time? But everybody's complaining that they didn't get that. They're not getting the Mandarin they want. That'd be the perfect way to throw the Mandarin that everybody wants. Is put it in that hat. Is lock it into the HasLab. Piss everybody off. Oh yeah, it does. I can only imagine the meltdown there would be online if that traditional looking Mandarin would get locked in a HasLab, sort of like what they did with Mephisto, how it was locked up in the Engine of Vengeance. That didn't work very well for Hasbro. And then, did everybody see the Strong Guy reveal? It was the the X-Men jet. That thing would be so huge. I would imagine if they did an X-Men, like they did a Blackbird, depending on how it looked, I bet you could get Joe fans or Classified fans to buy it too, and be like, "This is my Night Raven, my temporary Night Raven." So Stu, I think there's some changes, like so it's basically that same mold of the Build-A-Figure Strong Guy, except there's updated paint apps, and I think they gave them a couple extra accessories and heads maybe. So it's the same, pretty much the same mold, which is great because I don't have that Strong Guy because I wasn't collecting Legends at the time, so I will probably pick that up. Same thing with that Mysterio, because I don't have a Mysterio. So definitely want that for my animated Spider-Man / Spider-Man collection. Only thing that sucks about that Mysterio is when is Marvel Legends going to start doing soft good capes? If they're starting to put soft good stuff in Star Wars, why can't they start putting soft good stuff in Marvel? And then what was the other thing that was revealed that got everybody's panties bunched up? Oh yeah, the Deadpool. That Maximum Deadpool. Now I don't have a comic Deadpool, so I am kind of tempted to get that. There you go. See, Rowdy knows more about Marvel Legends than I do. So it has an extra head sculpt and some hands. What about the barbell? The original one didn't have that weight, right? Because it... Oh, that's a great point. But you know, Rowdy, you know where they ripped that barbell from, don't you? For a strong guy. Check out the Marvel Masterpiece cards from the 90s. They ripped that straight out off of that card because he has a barbell like that and he's bending it in half. What was that? I think that was like the 93 Marvel Masterpiece cards. Yeah, if they did, yeah, I would imagine if they did the Blackbird as a HasLab, it would definitely be the 97 style. That thing would have to be huge, though. You know, if they would ever do a Maximum Beast, it would need that. It would need his like cloth goods overcoat, right? His lab coat. I just want to see a new Beast because that's one of the X-Men that I do not have. I haven't got a Beast, and I haven't even really looked up a Beast if there's a good one to get right now. I would imagine they're all probably super expensive. They have to do a Maximum Punisher, right? And just fill him up with a huge arsenal. Steal guns from Classified, kind of like what they did with Deadpool. Son of a Crayon Slayer, you're not the first to say that about Psylocke. I didn't notice it on mine. I think my paint's okay. I'd have to double check though. You know, Zolderon, the only thing I don't think Hasbro would do like his van or a battle wagon because Aram and Toy did one. I think that's kind of why they went away from doing a tank, like a Mobat, because Aram and Toy is doing that. Why do I have extra pieces? I must have missed a step. Oh, son of a bitch. Yep, I missed a step. I just know these. I just know they need to stop making like really cool Marvel Legends that I want because it's hurting the old pocketbook. They can take their time on doing more Gamerverse stuff, or like Marvel versus Capcom Gamerverse stuff. That was the other thing. I got a bunch of emails over the weekend from Amazon saying some ship dates have changed. Some things are shipping soon. Shipping sooner, not shipping like right now. I can't remember what they are right now. I know Mixmaster, Studio Series Mixmaster changed. Thanks for jumping in, Abby. I appreciate it. Well, what you eating, Abby? Let's see. Where does this go? How did I miss this big ass piece? Transformers Wave 3. Which Wave 3? The stuff for Age of the Primes? Because I don't think I have any of that pre-ordered. No, I have Venom pre-ordered. I think that's the only thing I have from Age of the Primes. Is that Wave 3? So this plugs in like that. And then this plugs in right here. So there. So here's the control panel. And like I said, this thing has water slide decals. And here's the water slide decals. There's like a caution. So I'm not going to do this on stream, like I said, but I will definitely put the like this 85 or 98%, and then I might put this diagnostic thing on. So yeah, as you can see, here's the water slide decals. This is for the hibernation pod, and then this is for hibernation pod. This is for the diagnostics thing. Now, where's the instructions? What do I do with the instructions to the hibernation pod? Oh, right here. Okay, Age of the Prime stuff. That's what I thought. So now there is stickers. So the hibernation pod came with stickers. I don't see where these go. Only thing they're showing is the water slide stickers. Oh, these little stickers go in these little holes. Trying to see. So there it shows those blue stickers. It's not showing where these other blue stickers go. Yeah, so like I said, I will probably do the stickers for this off stream because it's just the water slide are going to be a pain in the butt. And I am not looking forward to those. So, all right, so we finished that. So this is pretty much what the control thing looks like. And I don't know if you can kind of see. Hold on, let me take this off. So as you can see, this thing can go up or down. And then the only way you can get it to go down is push it down. But that's kind of cool. It's got a little crank. But here's how it looks, complete. So if you don't want this arm on it, you can take this arm off, and then you don't have to have it right on top of the hibernation pod if you don't want to. But That's kind of how all this tabs together. And the control thing was, it was all no screws required. It all just tabbed together, sort of just like a model kit. So now that we're done with that, of course, so I'm going to grab some Blokees. I think I got 3 or 4 Galaxy Class Blokees left, and of course it's on the bottom of all my flipping action figures. If you can't tell, I have a shit. That ain't it either. Where's the freaking box at? So I have a pile of stuff that I need to open up and review. I don't know how much crap I got over here, but it's a bunch. And of course, that was on the bottom. Whoa. My panel just fell down. That's awesome. But yeah. Hold on. I'm having issues here. Things are fouling. There we go. I gotta re-sticky tack that. But anyways, so here is the Galaxy Class, Galaxy version Wave 1. I have 4 left. Maybe we can knock these 4 out tonight. It's still early. I also have this left to build. I'll probably do that on a different stream. And I have the Action Edition Megatron still to build. And we'll probably do that on a different stream. That'll probably be a 2-parter. It seems like the Soundwave was a 2-parter, which I'm fine with that. I can't remember who. Let's see. Who have I opened up so far? So this wave has Megatron, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Optimus Prime, and is the Chase, Blue Streak, Prowl, Ratchet, Ironhide, Jazz, and Optimus Prime. So far I've got Ironhide, Ratchet, Prowl, Blue Streak, and Megatron. So that means I have Skywarp, Thundercracker, Optimus Prime, and Jazz left. So 2 Decepticons, 2 Autobots. Let's see who's in the first one. Oh my gosh. Like I said earlier, I clipped my fingernails last night, and it's a pain in the butt to open stuff. All right. So what do we got? Do we got a Decepticon here or an Autobot? Looks like it's Jazz. Yep, it's Jazz. So speaking of that Megatron that I showed off, that Action Edition Megatron, that Action Edition Transformers 1 Optimus Prime looks pretty slick. I will definitely be picking that up. It's got a cool feature where it has removable parts, and you can do the it can either be Orion Pack or Optimus Prime. So that looks cool. Definitely looking forward to that. Here's Jazz's card. Between Megatronus and that Optimus Prime, I'm looking forward to that Transformers 1 stuff. And so I hope they do more of the Primes from Transformers 1, but one of the things that I read was, I think I read it on Weeboo. It said that they were pretty much going to be winding down on Transformers 1 stuff, and that's kind of disappointing. I mean, it makes sense because technically the movie was a flop, not for us fans. Victory Star Saber, welcome. I appreciate you hopping in and saying hello. It might have been a flop, like for the theaters, but it wasn't a flop for the fans. So it's sad that they probably won't be supporting the movie, or Blokees won't be, which sucks because the stuff that's coming out for Transformers 1 from Blokees is really good stuff. So hopefully that was just a poor translation. Yeah, I was just talking about that, Star Saber. That new Optimus looks great. I can't wait to pick that up and put that together. I really hope I would imagine if they're doing Optimus, they got to do Megatron, right? And do the same gimmick where you can start off as his, normal. I think I'm missing something here. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And it's a shame because, like I said, that Megatronus, that classic class Megatronus, just looks so good. Yeah, Stu, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like the blocky stuff looks so good, you don't really need to buy the Yellow Park stuff. I did see that if anybody wants some Yellow Park stuff, their G1 things on Amazon on the Yellow Park store, I think they're half off right now, or they're at a really good discount. So if you're interested in any of the G1 Yellow Park stuff, they are on sale on Amazon right now. I think $31 and their regular $50, I believe. So decent deal. Let's see, his crotch plate and butt plate are the same. The one thing I want from Yellow Park, I want the Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal. There's something about that Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal that I don't know what it is. I think it looks good. And Star Saber, like I said, I think as popular as the movie was with the fans, I think it might sell the merch. Because if you think about it, so in the mainline Hasbro stuff, they're doing it, but I think there's still room to where people want to buy Transformers 1 stuff. And a lot of that stuff, at least in the States, that was at the stores was all that kid design stuff that just didn't look good. And if Yellow Park and Blokees keeps knocking out of the park with their Transformers 1 designs on their stuff, I think they if it sells good, they'll keep making it. But I mean, I don't know. I'd keep buying it personally, for sure. Because like I said, that That Megatronus looks really good. Does this go on? Does this slide down like that? Yeah. The Death Tracker. That was like the Galaxy Class one, right? I'm trying to think what the Death Tracker one was. Are you talking about like how each of the classic class comes with like a little alt mode vehicle? Because what was it? Ironhide's got Prime in it. Was it Starscream has Megatron? Who did I build that had Alita in it? Megatron had Alita. So we don't have a Bumblebee is what you're saying. Okay. The Galaxy Class TF1 Sentinel Prime Trooper. All right, that's who I thought you were talking about. It looks like, though, what they're going into right now is, I don't know if they're doing with all the other stuff, but at least with the Defender and the Galaxy, it looks like we're going into 86 movie. And probably because next year is the 40th anniversary of the 86 movie. So I have a feeling not only like Blokees, Yellow Park, all of them will be getting major 86 anniversary stuff starting now and all through next year. Probably, and I would imagine the HasLab might center, next year's HasLab might center around the 86 movie as well. Just because of the anniversary. I can't remember if there's been like a leak listing of what the HasLab. It might still be too early. Zaldron, you was reading my mind, brother. That's what I was going to say, was 86 Unicron. Probably, I would say probably smaller and a cheaper price point than the first one. But probably heavily inspired design-wise by that. HGC, welcome. Yeah, that's what we need, Stu. We need a 1-for-1 mech suit as the HasLab. No, not 1/6 scale. We want 1-for-1. We want to be rolling around in that mech suit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think like the Titan class is what's going to be like what the traditional Titan was, like City Bots. I think something that size and that price point is what the HasLabs are going to be moving forward. Like, because you got to figure, what was the last HasLab? It was just under $300, right? Like, okay, or was it $300? Sorry, I didn't back the Kaiser because I put his damn doors on backwards. So I think with like them changing the Titan price point or the size of the Titan, I have a feeling like what would used to be a Titan is what we're going to see in HasLabs. I swear we're going to eventually get another Metroplex as the Titan HasLab. and they'll start doing all of our city bots again as a HasLab. So yeah, here is Jazz. You can definitely tell Wave 1. Very, very generic looking face sculpt. Oh. They're starting to look better. That $299.99, that was Lyle Kaiser. Yeah, Stu, you are correct. That was Trypticon. So that Titans Return Trypticon just got a reissue. Well, it's kind of a reissue. It was repainted, more of a black color, darker color. So I don't think they'll be doing Trypticon anytime soon, just because Trypticon was just done. I think a lot of their stuff that they decide on doing matters when the trademark is up. Because one of the guys I watch a lot kind of mentions trademarks and stuff, and it seems like when those trademarks are up and they got to re-up those trademarks, that's when they bring a character back like that. Hey, The Collector, welcome. And so if you think about it, that Cybertron Metroplex technically re-upded the Metroplex trademark. So they don't have to do a Metroplex terribly soon. Same thing with same thing with Trypticon, because they just redid that Trypticon. I think the same thing will happen with Scorponok, because they just did a Scorponok reissue. Same thing with Omega Supreme. All those were just reissued recently, and I think that refreshes the trademark, so they don't have to go back to that well right away. But I just have a feeling the 86th anniversary is next year, and next year's HasLab is going to be 86 related, and it's going to be, like Zaldron said, they're going to do an 86 Unicron. So HCC, you know what the worst part is of them shrinking the Titan class is that they started using cheaper plastic. So it's like they're using cheaper materials and they're still charging like a premium price for it. Oh. So I just opened Optimus Prime, and if you can't tell, he's the shiny, he's the chase. We got the chase. Yeah. Zaldron in the chat was when he got that Star Optimus Prime or Star Convoy, like he was just ripping the plastic apart on it, because it was just like Cyberverse plastic. But yes, oh, that's so sweet. So I got the chase, guys. It's so shiny. But yeah, so that was the thing. So Titan class shrunk in size. They still kept somewhat a high price point, and then the quality got worse. Like the plastic quality got bad. Oh, nice. What was the shiny? So the shiny on those was Prime? Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is, I think, my second chase, maybe. I got the Grimlock. I was not expecting to get a chase, that's for sure. I think Lou got this one as well. And that's what, and that's how they get us. We get that chase, and it's like, oh, we get so excited. Yeah, you probably did, Rowdy. It's the dump truck and crane are in a pack together. People have been finding those at Target and Walmart, funny enough. I got to get that for my kid. I have the first 2 bots. I'm building the for him. It'll be part of his Christmas. What's the best third party? What do you mean, Duck Collector? Just in general, or like a specific character? And then kind of like, what are you looking for as well? Because each third party, some third parties have different aesthetics. Just in general. So I would have to say, and I hated on these fans, but so Fans Toys probably builds the best third-party Transformer. I always shitted on the fan bros, as I would call them, just because a lot of people were like Fans Toys and nothing else. But Fans Toys makes a quality product. Now they're pricey, and like when Fans Toys first came out, a lot of their stuff was stylized, like they had their own like style. Now Fans Toys stuff is pretty much like G1 tune. It looks almost 100% like G1 tune, and that's what I'm collecting. So Fans Toys, I've added a lot of Fans Toys to my collection. So I in general, and the other thing is Fans Toys does Masterpiece. So if you want Masterpiece scale, they're a little bit bigger. They're anywhere between 10 to 12 inches tall, depending on the character. So I think Fans Toys is the best Masterpiece third-party company out there. Now, if you want stuff a little bit smaller, like Legends, you're looking at like Magic Square. Magic Square is probably one of the better Legend scale stuff. Do you remember what Starscream it was? Because there's an official Starscream that's really good, the MP52, but there's a couple third parties that are a little bit cheaper than that MP52 Starscream. Let's see, Stu. I have really come up with like my 4 or 5 most desirable Transformer figs, so I can have a more focused approach to buying. And that's kind of like the best thing, is just to try to be more focused. Like I try not to get everything Transformers. I know for sure what first thing I want to do is I want to complete G1 season 1 through 3. And then once I get those finished, then I'll slowly start dipping into like other stuff, like the Japanese stuff, like Super God Master Force, Victory, things like that. But even like what HGZ says, sometimes you see like a character that you want, and you kind of have to get it. And they're not all like that. And that's what thing is kind of nice about what Hasbro is doing. They are doing some obscure stuff. Like I'll still buy Hasbro stuff, not as much. Like the main thing I'm getting from Hasbro anymore. Like, so they're doing the Deluxe Insecticons. There's not any real Masterpiece representation of those, so I've been picking those up. Yeah, and that's the thing to the collector. A lot of the third-party stuff is expensive, Most of your third-party stuff are 100 or more per figure. And then, like, if you go into, like, Fans Toys, I mean, you could be spending 150 easy or more. Like, I think Fans Toys Blitzwing is coming out, and that thing's, like, I think 250. But, I mean, it's a bigger character. It's a triple changer. So that's kind of why it has the higher price point. Oh, and then, so that's the other thing. So, like what I showed off earlier, my MPU Dirge showed up today. So now that completed my cone heads. So now I have all 3 cone heads, and then I have the first three of those: Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. So now my Season 1, Season 2 Seekers are complete, other than like the Rainmakers. But MPU's doing 2 of the Rainmakers. They're doing Acid Storm and Sunstorm. Micromasters. Who's making Micromasters other than Hasbro? I sold all my Hasbro Micromasters. I had almost all the Micromasters, and I sold them because it was part of the War for Cybertron stuff that I was selling. No, I don't have Beldar. I prefer cone heads that don't come from France. No, not all the Micromasters. Yeah, not all the Micromasters. Sadly, no one's making Micromasters other than Hasbro, which is kind of a shame. So Shiny Prime comes with, you can either put his axe. He's got the acknowledge me hand. You can point. So what do? Do we put the fist on him, and you can just go full attack mode? Gun, hand axe. Do that a traditional pose. You got the touch pose when he's taking out all the Decepticons. All right. I kind of wish the shiny hop showed up last. That was cool getting that out of the box. What was his so I know the next 2 are Skywarp and Thundercracker. So that was a 1 in 36 chance of getting that. Ooh. You had the red Bumblebee, huh? I think I only had one mini-bot when I was younger, and I believe it was Windcharger. The funny thing is, as much of a Transformer fan I am right now, I didn't have much as a kid. My grandmother was like a big-time garage sailor. And I remember just having a bunch of hand-me-down Transformers from like ones that you would find at garage sales. So I had a lot of incomplete Transformers. I think the ones that I remember that I had brand new, Optimus Prime. I know I had that brand new, and I had a Thrust. And I remember I lost all the pieces of Thrust. That's silly. How the Seekers had that silly ass landing gear that you had nowhere to store in the fist. I think I remember having more brand new GoBots than I do Transformers. I remember I got Shrapnel brand new. There's kind of like a funny story behind that. Like, so we was doing like a gift exchange at school. I think it was like kindergarten or first grade. And my friend told me, he's like, yeah, this is what my mom got as my gift exchange. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And like his mom was like a chaperone to the Christmas thing. And we rigged it to where I got his gift. So I got that G1 Shrapnel at the gift exchange at school. A little bit of manipulation in my part to get a Transformer. All right, so the next one we opened up is Skywarp. Thanks for no judging. And sometimes these heads are a pain in the butt to plug in. Yeah, so this will finish. There we go. So this will finish the wave 1. Oh man, I have not been popping those heads all the way down. So this will finish the Galaxy Class Wave 1. Now, I don't know if I want to buy Wave 2 because I already have a bunch from Wave 2 that I've bought loose. So I don't know if I want to buy a whole Wave 2 box because then I'll have extras. But at the same time, I get extras. If anybody wants to trade, do trades. Or I could sell them. Yes. Either way. Because I don't think I'm going to do the blind box stuff anymore. I might buy a random one here or there. Well, you know what? I got a freaking kid. I guess I could give them to my son too. The extra ones. That'd be a good dad, right? Here we go. Now, Skywarp is one of my favorites. Just the purple and blacks of his design. It looks like these wings are mirrored, so it doesn't matter which side they go on. I mean, Skywarp's my favorite look for sure. Starscream's just character-wise is probably one of the best Seekers. Well, that's HCC. That's nice that your kids give you their doubles. I know I was building the slideshow for Decepticast for tomorrow, and my son's like, and he saw some of the blockies that were revealed, and he's like, "Dad, you're getting me that blocky. Yep, you're getting me that one too." I was like, "All right, buddy." Well, that's how it always is, HCC. We pay for them. But it's their goodwill when they give their doubles to us. Oh, like he's got ball joints on his shoulders. What are those for? It's for his null rays. Let's see, Stu. I still have the G1 Sea Spray and Beachcomber. How are your wheels on your Beachcomber? I know a lot of times those rubber wheels do not last very long on those old mini bots. Yeah, that's cool. Cool incentives. Definitely. That's kind of how I've done some blockies for my kid too. All right. Well, that's good. That's one thing. I don't have any of my original G1 Transformers. Now, I have some G1 Transformers in my collection. Like, I have Metroplex. Technically, that Metroplex is the Takara one. I have... what else do I have? I have G1 Run Amok and Runabout. I have Superion. That's pretty much it of the G1s that are like vintage G1s. It's like my philosophy when it comes to like because I had a bunch of like vintage Joes and I got rid of all of them. I just don't want 40-year-old plastic on my shelves because I just would be afraid I would break them. Release, like if it's a newer toy, I don't fear as much as if I break it. So, yeah. So I don't have a whole lot of vintage stuff. Now I have quite a bit of the reissues. So it's like I have the reissue Megatron. I have that's the one from Takara as well. But I have the Astro Train reissue, Soundwave reissue. Welcome to the chat, Frank. I appreciate you hopping in, saying hi. I'm trying to think what other G1 reissues. Oh, like I got that reissue, that Skywarp that they did, like the Transformers animation stuff. But it's like, the funny thing is about the G1 stuff, like they look nothing like they did in the cartoon or the comic, for the most part. But yet we love them, And I think part of that is like the ones that we had as kids, like, and what I mean by like, they don't like our imagination helped out a lot with Transformers as we were kids, just because the robot modes, for the most part, were not that good. You had to have a lot of imagination, whereas usually the vehicle modes were what was the things. That's what shined on Transformers. Like, and that was the cool thing about them when you're a kid. Like, you got two toys in one. But yeah, the vehicles for sure. I think I hold more memories of that than sometimes the robots. Like no, not I hold more memories, but in our head, like our kid brain, that they were just like what they were in the cartoon. Like the one that I remember the most, like that I got brand new as a kid. Like one Christmas, I got the Power Master Optimus Prime, and I played the hell out of that toy. Yeah, HCC. I don't think there was no hiding that. Yeah, they definitely took liberties when they designed those characters for animation. For the Ratchet and Ironhide. Same thing with Brawn. Brawn looks nothing like his cartoon either. Yeah, Ironhide was the whipping boy. I'm gonna need to get couple more of these Sharkticon storage bins because they are filling up fast. That was the other thing that they showed off at that toy show or whatever, is they're doing a ARC storage bin. But be sure to tune in to Decepticast tomorrow night because we'll be going all over that convention in was it Malaysia or Taiwan? I think it was Taiwan. And Blockies had a pretty big display showing off the next Galaxy version wave. Well, you know the other thing. Hold on, let me take a drink here. So the other thing about that, Stu, is when they did the reissues for those, they actually put little stickers in the cab, like or in that windshield where their face is supposed to be, and like put like a little decal of a face. I think that was the car that did that on there, like their reissues. Well, you know, HCC, the funny thing about that is, so tomorrow's slideshow, most of all the official news is from Blockies. There wasn't really any official news from Hasbro other than their silly little fan vote thing that's kind of a waste of time. Oh, it's Thundercracker. I thought it was Starstream. I wonder what wave Starstream's in. Yeah, HCC knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll have to look up and see what wave Starscream's in. I don't think I have any old boxes. Oh, I might have seen it. I can't remember what it looks like though. I think I've seen it though. I've seen so many of those Cracker Barrel signs. What a silly thing. Okay. Maybe I haven't seen that. I could have swore I have. There we go. Talk about tone deaf. That whole Cracker Barrel thing. I haven't ate there in forever anyways. No, I could care less either way. Okay, so I did see that. Yeah, I saw a post from Patriot Prime. Yeah, he's a good follow too. He was one of my favorite reviewers. I watched a lot of his stuff prior to me doing my own stuff. Him and breakfast for dinner. That's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite meals for a while. I still like. I love eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns. That's how you build your body right. Yeah, that's how I found him and Kato. Who else? Inutabi, Deluxe. I found all of them right around the same time. One other person. Oh, Bert the Stormtrooper. Found all those guys right around the same time. The funny thing is, none of those guys hit, other than Patriot Prime, a lot of their stuff don't hit my algorithm anymore. So I don't know if they're not making like as much content as they used to. I know for sure Patriot Prime does. It's just weird how if you're paying attention to like action figure content creators and Transformers content creators, a lot of them don't mix. Like you'll see stuff from them, but you won't see stuff from the others. It's really weird. Yeah, I know Kato slowed down. I think a lot of it's work related. I don't, like I said, but I don't. And Patriot Prime's still consistent. Hell, I think he hit 23K followers here recently. Like TM Reviews is another one that I watch. A lot of Transformers stuff. If it's him or MGO having like masterpiece stuff, MGO is my go-to when it comes to like transformations. TM does a good job at showing off transformations as well. Funny thing is, with all these guys that do Transformers content, like the ones that I've followed, I think Patriot Prime's the only one that really does any sort of blocky stuff. Uh-oh, did I throw away a wrist? I'm missing a wrist piece. Oh no, there it is. And to be honest, like sometimes I don't even, especially with third-party stuff. Now, official stuff, not so much. I will look for a video online to transform it before I will try to do it on my own. And two reasons. One, because a lot of times the instructions for third-party stuff sucks. Two is if there's reviewers out there that get the stuff before I do, I will watch them to make sure if there's any like QC issues I need to look out for, or just areas that are weak points, so that way I'm not the one finding them when I'm in the middle of a review. Because if I broke something in the middle of a review, I would probably be upset. And like Zaldron said, third-party instructions are crap. You know what a lot of third-party companies are doing now? They're not putting papered instructions in the box. They're putting like a little card with a QR code to a YouTube video link. I think X-Transbot started doing that on their most recent figure, the Misfire. So just wait. Imagine if Hasbro started doing that. How would you guys feel if Hasbro said, let's save $1 and we will put our instructions online, and we'll give you like a QR code you scan? Would you guys be mad? I don't think Hasbro would do it just because they are still manufacturing for kids. And I think if they took instructions out of Transformers mainline stuff, I think it would hurt them more. Because not every kid has access to the internet. So I don't think Hasbro would do it. Frankie! What are you doing, man? You got a live, right? You going live at what, 9 or 9:30? Thanks for hopping in the chat, dude. What is it, Frankie? You're interviewing. Okay, 9:30. Yeah, I won't walk all over you. I'll probably be done around 9:30, probably before that. So, you got what, Mad Hatter on tonight? So yeah, after we're done here, go check out Frankie on his channel. I believe he's interviewing Mad Hatter tonight, 9:30 Eastern. So we finished Thundercracker. Like I like the look at the Seekers. The thing I just don't like is those head sculpts. They're so generic. But that's how this whole wave has been. All the face sculpts are kind of booty. I have to figure out where Starscream, which one he is in. Yeah, you got it right there, ACC. They're soulless. Other than like Prime, Optimus Prime, and Jazz, all their faces are the same. I mean, Jazz has got his visor. You know, Prime's got his mouth guard. Well, Rowdy, it's a perfect time to start learning. Should watch the Septicast every Monday. I'm trying to see. So, here's Megatron from this wave. His face is kind of boring. He's got his little eyebrows though. Who else was from this wave? Give me a second. I'm trying not to be too far away from the mic. So here is Blue Streak. Ratchet. And Prowl. So is that all of them? Yeah, there you go. Just follow HGC. Just go to the TF Wiki. So I think this is the whole wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's 9 per wave. So this is the Galaxy version 1 rollout wave. And I'll probably, what I'll do, since I got all these complete now, I'll probably do a review video for all these eventually. Oops, sorry about that. I bumped into my mic. I have so much shit to review. Like I was worried early on when I was doing reviews, like I would run out of stuff to review, and the piles that I have laying around of stuff that I got to review. No, what do I got? I got so much stuff. Like I said, I got all these blockies that I need to review now. Uh-oh, camera. Sorry about that. I'm trying to move around and not like just be super loud. Oh, bitch. Ah, damn. Oh, I got too much stuff and not big enough room. All right. So let's get this up. All right. Oh. Yeah, that's right, Rowdy. You have to go to bed early. So do you prefer that shift you've been working lately, or did you like it better what you was doing before? Like not job wise, but time wise. You got like a grandparent's bedtime. I know picking up like a second job has been a pain in the butt for me, just like scheduling. Do you typically get weekends off though, at least? That makes it a little bit better if you got to get up early like that, if you don't have to work all the weekends. So is anybody planning on getting these blockies, this wave right here? Yeah, there you go. Frankie's calling you out. You got somewhere to be. 9:30 Eastern. That's how I am. Like, especially like on nights like Friday night, like when we do the Friday night thing on Figure Fight Club, and then do like a members only afterwards. Even though I don't, if it's a Saturday, I don't have to work. I still feel like crap in the morning because I still wake up in the morning. But it's worse during the week. Like if we do a members only on Tuesday after open mic night, yeah, I'm usually dead. Come Wednesday morning. That's kind of my thing anymore. Like I've been so busy lately. I catch a lot more replays than I do lives. It kind of sucks. I wish I could see more lives. But the replay that is why I have a 13-hour screen time average on my phone, is because during work I do replays pretty much all day at work. Oh, you just watched the last night? Let's see, what was that one? That was, oh, okay, yeah, that's the one with like the dragon and Unicron, and yeah. You know, those last two Bayverse movies, they were bad, yes. I think one of the things that made them worse was like they didn't coincide with each other. They might have brought the same characters back, but none of them made sense. Like why did you, I don't know. If the stories were continuations of each other, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. But their own individual movies. Yeah, that was the best part. And then that Elizabeth Haddock lady, she was fine. I feel being called out right here. I don't know, Frankie. I've been building stuff. Do you want to build? I could do just like an interview show where we just bullshit instead of building things. That's kind of like my shtick right now, is I build stuff and talk about them. But we can talk Bayverse if you'd like. We can talk movies. Period. It doesn't even have to be about Transformers, really. Wow, and you know what? Frankie calls me out. Rowdy's calling you out, sir. Oh, I don't hate anybody. I can't remember that part. When Beast, Nitro Zeus. Which one was Nitro Zeus? Was that the guy that had the brass knuckles? I mean, there's so much death in the Transformers movies. Optimus Prime is the biggest murderer there is in these Transformers movies. It's like, what was it when that combiner? I forget the name of that combiner. He just lops all their heads off at the same time. Okay, Nitro Zeus is the jet. And that was the toy that they made that was a headmaster, and wasn't like the whole lore of that, like Cogman was a headmaster, and like there was a deleted scene or a scene that they didn't shoot where Cogman got on Nitro Zeus's body. And they completely removed that from the movie. That movie was so bad, they should have never removed that. That would have been cool. Because I think the toy, his head could even come off, and maybe the Cogman's toy came with a headmaster that would plug into it. Yeah, like Zaldron said, Cogman was going to take over his body, and they cut it. Frankie, I'll have to rewatch all those movies again, and maybe we'll have to hop on and plan something and talk shit about them. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Transformers focused, or we can just pick one movie at a time and just bullshit for about an hour or so. I mean, the 2007 one, that was like my favorite. Like, and I think of all of them, it's still the best one. The second movie got screwed over by the writer's strike. Oh, you'll never talk bad about them? Okay. I mean, like I've said before, like, I don't hate them because they kept the brand alive. If it wasn't for the Bayverse movies, Transformers probably wouldn't be in the place that it's in. Right now, it's kind of in a lull right now, but it's still one of the most popular brands that Hasbro has. Oh yeah, Optimus, the Bayverse Optimus, he'll kill any and every Decepticon. Yeah, I am below the scrotum. One of the funniest things was when DNA made that upgrade kit for that Devastator, and it came with the wrecking balls. Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll hit you up. Because you're the weekend guy, right? That's mainly when you have your free times during the weekends. Well, and I also think it's funny. It's like, even when the Rise of the Beast hits, Prime is still ripping faces off. I think Transformers 1, he didn't rip anybody's face off in that movie. Give it time. If they would have done a second one, he might have. Megatron was the one ripping people apart. Yeah, that's kind of the boat that I'm in. I think 3 was fun. Same thing with 4. It was almost a refresh. And then, they threw the Dinobots in there. And then I didn't hate Rise of the Beast either. I enjoyed that. And then Transformers 1, it's great. It's a shame it did as poorly as it did in the theaters. Oh, was that the laugh track, or did I hit the wrong button? Gotcha. Oh, Stu. That was number 4. Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet law. Yeah, that yeah, that was just like out of nowhere. It's like, why? Well, wasn't like one of the things like that Michael Bay would always be bringing these like hotties into the movies, like, and it was kind of creepy, like with like Megan Fox and all that. Welcome, Riccatoni. I love your avatar. Yeah, I was gonna say, of all the things of the Michael Bay movies, you could say that was probably the creepiest thing you could ever put in the movie. Was that Romeo and Juliet law thing? Oh wait, are you trying to blackmail me now? I don't mind. Show it off. Show it up as much as you show that shiny thing of Smudge. Abby's got a clip of it too, so. I'm not. You're not scaring me for making an ass of myself. I don't mind. Yeah, was that producer related to the one that got put in jail for a little bit? The Weinman or whatever his name was. Yeah, that was cool. John Goodman being the voice actor for Hound. And it was yeah, there we go, Stu. Harvey Weinstein. I don't know if he produced a Transformer movie or not, but that might have been the Harvey Weinstein clause. You got fired? What? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, what was it? Drift was oh gosh, I can't even think of his name now. I'm going to pronounce it wrong. If I see it, I can say it. But the Japanese actor that's in a lot of good movies. What was he in The Last Samurai? Ken Watanabe. But wasn't like the whole thing with Drift, like they weren't supposed to be like Japanese samurai stereotype with that character, and then Bay was like, "Fuck it," and went full Japanese stereotypes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and that's who's coming back. The only silver lining is the movies did well, but I mean, Frankie, you're a Bayverse fan. Do you think Michael Bay coming back is positive to the Transformers or negative? And so what was it? The one thing that was off-putting for me, at least like in the second one, because of the designs of those characters, like how there's just like so much going on in their bodies. There was a lot of fast cuts and fast movements, and it's hard to like track, especially in the second one, the fight scene when they're in the woods, where Optimus is being double and triple teamed. It's like hard to follow the action because of just how their bodies are designed. But that was one thing that I could say, and that was in a lot of the movies. Like a lot of the fight scenes, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So Frankie thinks it's needed. Okay. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Bay movies, Transformers probably wouldn't be in the place that they are right now with how popular they are and as well known as they are. It's sad they can't keep the momentum up with more content and failed movies, but it's good to hear that Paramount wants to go all in on a Transformers and G.I. Joe and universes. So if Paramount's going to pony up the cash, let's make some more movies. Oh, is that the other part, the aspect ratio? Is it cutting in between? Is that because they were trying to do like IMAX movies at the same time? Now, I don't know if you're going to get a crossover with Power Rangers, but they for sure need to do more Transformers G.I. Joe. Well, no, wait, aren't they working on a new Power Rangers series or movie or something? Because I've seen behind the scene footages where they're bringing back the OG outfits. I've been seeing that all over like Facebook or somewhere, that they're bringing back the MMPR stuff. Stu, you want them to bring Kimberly back? You got a thing for Amy Jo Johnson? Correct, sir. Way to derail this Transformers talk with a hottie from the 90s. Yeah. Didn't they do that with that Dino Fury or whatever, the most recent one that was on Nickelodeon? Wasn't that all American, or at least shot in like New Zealand or something like that? Oh, you're good, Stu. Rowdy, she was a lot of people's first crushes. So if it wasn't her, it was Jessica Rabbit from Roger Rabbit. Oh, okay. Well, that always seems to be the case. They always use the Sentai Mecha stuff footage. Oh, well, I appreciate everybody hopping in and being active in the chat. This is what makes doing this solo, when you got plenty of people talking, and can bounce off of them. So I appreciate everybody hopping in. And then as I was blackmailed earlier from Frankie, he's got footage of me, so I gotta watch what I say. But definitely we'll have to do a show together. And shoot the shit. Most likely it'll be on a Sunday, but maybe we'll do Saturday. I don't know. It all depends on if I'm working. So I work every other weekend, but the hours are different. But I think I'm going. Let's see. It's like 9:05. I know Frankie's is going on here in about 25 minutes. Did we ever lose trust? I mean, he gave a super chat, and I said thank you. But Let's see. Let's get this back on to me. Get this off of there. Oh, nope. Wrong camera. Wrong camera. There we go. All right. So like I said, we hit like 2 hours. That's kind of like my goal. Anything after that, I've heard nobody wants to hear us talking for 1 hour, let alone 2 hours. But I appreciate everybody hopping in. Rowdy, Zaldron, Stu, Frankie, HGC. Who did we have in there earlier? Star Saber, Riccatoni. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody else. I hope not. The Collector was in here for a little bit. But yeah, thanks for everybody for hopping in. Next week, I don't know what I'm building next week. Oh, you know what? Next week I'll be going early because I close next Saturday. So I might do it at 2 o'clock, maybe 2 or 1 o'clock. We'll figure that out. But I have the Action Edition Megatron to build still, and then the Classic Class Transformers 1 Ironhide. But I was also thinking about I might do that Classic Class Ironhide, and then I might put one of these together. Because usually Classic Class doesn't take the entire stream. I can usually get that done pretty quickly. So I might do that, and then I might do that Cobra Porta Potty. So I got 2. I'll probably review one and then build that one on stream live. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for showing up. If you go check me out on YouTube, well, I mean, you're already on my channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment after the video's over with. I'm also on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook. It's all at Talib1980_collects, where I'm posting content daily. I have a Twitch account, but I've heard you can't multi-stream Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's against their rules. But I'm not an affiliate either, so whatever. I'm multi-streaming. So I'm on Twitch as well at Talib1980_collects. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for joining. And thanks for staying active in the chat. I appreciate all you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.